Hello all, in this video I will explain the concept of solstice and equinox. So first we will understand the concept of solstice. So look at this image here. In this image the earth is revolving around the sun and it is in a tilted manner, not in a straight line, but it is in a tilted position and revolving around the sun. So when you observe on the day of 21st June here, what is happening here? The northern hemisphere of the earth is tilted towards the sun and the southern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun. So because of this, the northern hemisphere will receive the maximum amount of sun's rays, and on this particular day of 21st June, the Tropic of Cancer, which we are calling it as the 23.5 degrees north latitude, will receive the sun's rays vertically falling at that point, and the people located at this latitude will feel that sun is in a position of standstill and is not moving either north or south, and that specific concept is called as the solstice. And because it is happening in the northern hemisphere at the time of June, and that specific area is receiving more heat, and in that particular month only we are calling it as the summer. That's why we call it as the summer solstice. So when you see the earth on the day of December 22nd, the southern hemisphere of the earth is towards the sun, tilted towards the sun, and the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the sun. And because of this, the northern hemisphere at this point of time will receive the very lower amount of sun's heat, and the sun's rays will vertically fall on the 23.5 degrees southern latitude, which we are calling as the Tropic of Capricorn. And the northern hemisphere here is tilting away from the sun and receiving very less amount of heat. That's why we are calling it as the winter solstice. So here on the 21st June, what happens? Because of receiving so much sunlight and heat, the days will be longer and the nights will be shorter. The area beyond the 23 degrees north latitude will not receive the sun's rays falling vertically on them, and 23.5 degrees north latitude is the maximum point till the vertical rays of the suns will fall. And while this revolving of earth around the sun, the concept of equinox will also arise. The concept of equinox happens when the sun's rays will fall vertically on the equator, and that specifically happens twice a year, on 21st of March and the 23rd of September. On this particular both days, both northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere will receive equal amount of sun's rays, and that is what we are calling it as the equinox. Thank you.